Today I'm going to be talking about things that we can do in our day-to-day lives, or small things that you can do to help the Black Lives Matter movement. It can seem kind of frustrating, or like the big picture is too overwhelming, because you see the media shows and you see some of the violence or riots, and you feel like it's all too much. But there are definitely a few things that you can do to help the movement. So one thing is just to listen. That's the first thing I think I learned, was to just simply listen, and try not to defend yourself on anything, because they're simply um, acknowledging you and educating you on what's going on in their lives that you have been, or you might be, oblivious to. So it's very important to just sit down and listen to what these people have to say, and most of the times they will even tell you how you can help. But if not, I'm here to tell you. Another thing is to not dehumanize criminals. I hear a lot of people just defending, or just saying that, oh well, he was a criminal. It was a fake dollar bill, or that was a bad person. No one deserves to die, and especially not without due process. That's what America was built on. And in America, if someone does something wrong, they should face the consequences of the law, and not broken bones or a death sentence. It's terrible. So yeah, do not dehumanize criminals. Something else that you can do is go out and protest. I know it's hard right now with COVID and the scare of the virus, and most of us should be inside. But once that's over, or if you can, go out and protest. Most of these protests are peaceful, as studies have shown, even though some people like to say they're not. Over 90% of these protests have been peaceful, and it's actually quite a beautiful thing. Another thing you can do is donate to victims' families. Many of these families are left with nothing, and have an unexpected funeral and legal costs, and that, on top of losing a family member, as we can all imagine, must be terrifying. So one thing we can do, if you have some extra money, is to donate to victims' families. And one last thing is to advocate for mental health intervention. Some reports say that at least half of all police shooting victims struggled with some form of serious mental health crisis. And we just need the right training. When we need police officers and people with the right training and right knowledge, knowing how to handle with people who have mental health conditions. So yeah, those are some things that you can do from your day-to-day life to help the Black Lives Matter movement. Thanks for listening to my podcast.